Everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nona from thealignedlover.com. Here is a new series for fall, ways to update 90s inspired outfits for 2024 for every Kibbe type. So in this video, we'll go over the Romantic and Gamine families, so the Theatrical Romantics, Soft Gamines, and Flamboyant Gamines. Alright, quick disclaimer. This video is about incorporating 90s style inspiration into ways that are most, I would say, accessible for 2024. And I will be comparing them to other looks that better correspond to other decades or eras or time frames. But that doesn't mean those are outdated, and that doesn't mean that I think you need to hop on trends and completely change your wardrobe to look more current. This is just focusing on translating some 90s style inspiration outfits to today. Where would you like? And I would say be open to updates, because I think that's the best way to stay satisfied with your wardrobe. Because if you're just very closed about your wardrobe, it can lead you to feel suffocated, and then you'll throw everything away. I'm not speaking from experience at all. Alright, so our first outfit inspiration is Christina Ricci wearing this cute plaid skirt and sweater, and you're like, oh yeah, plaid skirt and sweater, and everyone wears that. But here, with a Romantic, what we're seeing is this like buttery, soft, delicate rib knit on this sweater that just like hugs every little petite soft curve, and then it just kind of seamlessly blends into the shape of the skirt that also honors those soft curved shapes on the lower body. We're not seeing angularity, we're not seeing like really strong contrast banding, we're not seeing big pleats or flares or A-lines. This shape and these fabrics are very soft, and that is what accommodates the romantic silhouette, very yin. And to refresh the outfit and make sure it doesn't look like 2010s, we are avoiding the very flared or pleated skirt with the super tight turtleneck, a lot of contrast between the top and bottom here. And we're not wearing it with over-the-knee suede boots, and we're also not going tweed. We're not wearing a little Peter Pan collared button down under a crew neck. We're not going to wear a super mini skirt, and we're not wearing Oxford inspired sneakers. Alright, so I wanted to give you a little bit of variety, because let's be honest, it's kind of easy to just put on a sweater and a skirt. I don't need to put 3 examples of those, so I wanted to give you some more variety with longer options, because with shorter options, I feel like you have less to work with. Obviously, there's less fabric, but with longer options, it can be a little bit more interesting. So here's a really fun one. Notice the longer skirt is still soft. You can still see the shape of her hips. You can see where her knees are, or you can like deduce it quite easily. It's not so long that it covers up her ankles, so you still see all of these important reference points for the petite frame, because it's really easy for the petite frame to get lost or dragged down in too much fabric. So to avoid getting dragged down, just leave reference points exposed. We have strong waist definition here with a sweater vest, soft, lovely sleeves. You see how lovely this like rounded t-shirt sleeve is? It's not flaring out to the side. It's not overly cropped. It's like enveloping her upper arm very softly. And you can see that the top and the bottom, it's not overly contrasted. Yes, there's separate pieces, but there's like a sense of unity thanks to the fit and the color scheme. Yes, this outfit, and all of these outfits could look really great on some other types as well, but let's be on the point. Just a little caveat, I do think that it's hard to find an outfit that only looks good on one body type, especially when there's so much variety within the actual family. So yeah, it could look good on soft Gamines too. It could look good on soft classics, you know? I don't think that should be a deciding factor when trying to figure out what works for you. Focus on what looks good on you and not these concepts of Kibbe types. And if they look better on other families, focus on your silhouette. All right, with the middle one, yes, we're seeing this big band of knit, kind of like at the chunky neckline and at the bottom, but the overall shape of the sweater is what comes across first, and it's soft and it's rounded, and like the skirt, it's very yin and fluid and kind of downward oriented. So yin fabrics act like water flows to the lowest level. Oppositely, yang fabrics tend to be a little bit more crisp, a little bit more upright, tailored, sometimes even perky. So just think water flows to the lowest level. It's a lot more drapey. Here again, we're seeing soft shapes being prioritized, a longer skirt, but the skirt isn't overly pleated or voluminous. And we're seeing the strong reference points, the ankles, you know, the soft kind of tapering of the lower calves. That's all great. And it looks really cozy. Honestly, just a very standard kind of like tank top or t-shirt, bodysuit, plaid skirt, flats, and a cardigan. That'll look good, you know? The cardigans and a skirt look great on romantics. So cute. And don't be afraid to play with longer cardigans, slightly heavier cardigans, as long as they have that drapey, fluid kind of feel to them. All right, super different. Statement blazer or coat for theatrical romantics. We are looking to Jane Seymour and Miss Jada Pinkett Smith for inspiration, plunging necklines, strong statement outfits. What we're not doing is we're not going to be wearing a very kind of like peplum waist defined version with very casual kind of distressed items underneath. And we're not doing the very narrow lapel kind of shorter blazer with a very like modern feel. It just feels a little bit too precise, cropped and modern. The 90s spirit is a little bit more relaxed, slightly oversized compared to all the cropped and fitted things that we've been wearing lately. And like a little bit more width to it, a little bit more shoulder definition to it. So to accommodate for the theatrical romantic silhouette, we're opting for supple material like velvet, suede, polished leather, buttery, luxurious colors too. We're exaggerating that narrow plunging neckline. We're looking for this lovely wide notched lapel, strong shoulders. And to exaggerate the neckline, you can button it up and pair it with a very sleek turtleneck, or you can just like not wear anything under or something extremely plunging under to, you know, to spice it up even more. Pair it with very sleek tops, silky skin-like tops, and bootcut jeans or something that hugs your curves, or just wear like this cute mock neck and plaid mini skirt with these simple knee-high boots. All right, let's move on to the soft Gamine statement animal print. Usually I don't recommend animal print for soft Gamines because it can be a little bit difficult to find a pattern or an animal print that isn't overly intricate and ornate or overly, I would say, graphic in more modern items. But since we are borrowing from the 90s, it has like a different spirit to it. The rules are different. I don't know how to explain it. The rules are different when you're dressing from the 90s. All right, so to refresh this outfit, we're avoiding the strong contrast banding and very, very graphic stylized animal print it just looks a little bit too simplified and flat, I would say. And we're also avoiding very chunky shapes and a lot of texture and activity on the inner layers. It's too busy. It's too textured, it's too matte, it's too rugged. We need very, I would say, sleek but contrasted inner layers or overall layers. So for the soft Gamine, let's go over this one first. This is the most contrasted. It's a well-formed leopard print coat with a very contrasted inner layers, a graphic tee, and kind of tracksuit like pants with contrasting shoes. So we're getting all of these segmentations and layers. This one, boat neck top, cute dainty belts, slim little skirt and contrasting boots. And then this one reminds me of Before Sunrise, the slip dress over a half sleeve kind of t-shirt. You can do any t-shirt length really, as long as the sleeves look distinct. Don't let the sleeves kind of meld into the shoulders. And fun sneakers. And alright, for the Flamboyant Gamines, our inspiration, fur-lined coats, like these big old coats on Lucilu and Gwen Stefani, very bold, very, very bold. And they work it. They don't get overwhelmed, even though they're like 5'4" and 5'4" and 5'3". I don't know, they're not the tallest, but they can still wear these without having the coat wear them. And to avoid alluding to other time eras, we're not doing the shearling pilot coat with the big pockets, and we're not doing the penny lane coats with the very fuzzy, rounded kinds of fur lining with very retro inner layers. We're opting for bold power shoulders, minimalistic inner layers. For the fur, look for some width, look for some height, and the rest of it needs to be very simple, relaxed shape. Inside, you can wear almost like skin tight layers that are very sleek, like so, or like button it up and wear sleek turtleneck with these fun kick flares that add shape without too much excess fabric. So turtlenecks are just really great for recreating a lot of these 90s inspired outfits. Just a sleek cotton or cashmere turtleneck with a very, very just smooth, buttery look to it, but you can't wear like tech gear. It's not the same material as if you're like wearing a tight polyester turtleneck. It's just not the same. You need like cotton, cashmere, or very refined merino wool. Just thrift it. Alright, that was it for today's video. Just a little exploration, ways to start thinking about outfits and different eras. I think that's just the funnest part, just thinking about it and observing it. So I'll see you in the next video. We'll go over classics and naturals.